Good morning, Unity on the Lakeshore. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start out with This Little Light of Mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to Unity on the Lakeshore. Thank you, Brian, for that opening music. Really appreciate seeing you here. Unity on the Lakeshore is a non-denominational spiritual community anchored in loving acceptance. If you're here for the first time, please know that whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And you're also welcome to join us in the Zoom Hangout after service. It's a wonderful time, about 30 minutes, where we hop off of here, wherever you are, to our Zoom room, where we get to have a deeper conversation about what we talked about. How did it impact you? What inspired you? What challenged you? What questions might you have? We also just create the opportunity for prayer. We deeply, deeply believe in the power of affirmative prayer, the changing of our minds to realign with the truth of God as our lives. And from there, goodness flows, healing happens, solutions appear, miracles. That's what we're here for. So thank you for being a part of that. Please join me in speaking our mission statement. You'll see this on the slide. We embrace all people and honor all paths to God. We create a sacred space to raise the awareness and consciousness of the one spirit in us all. We anchor ourselves in affirmative prayer, forgiveness, generous sharing, and loving community in service to our spiritual awakening. We also have what we call an affirmation of faith, and that is there is only one presence and power as me and as the universe, God the good, omnipotent. All right, I'm going to actually, Patrick, ask you to go to the music, because following the music, I'm going to do a reading and then move into our conversation for today. So let's move into bringing Brian back for another song.
Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, lonely winter. Little darling, it's alright. Little darling, I see the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, the smiles return into the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for that beautiful song. That's some good picking on that guitar. That was very enjoyable. Want to take a moment to recognize one of our beloved members, John. We just got the message that he passed away this morning, according to the message at 10 o'clock, just when service was beginning. He took his last breath. Now, what we know, sending all our love to Diana and his family and the Unity family, because John is such a beautiful, beautiful member of this community. What we know, and I know what John knows and is now experiencing, is that he is the Christ light. He is the eternal life of God. And what has really occurred is he has taken his attention off of the appearance of a body that has served its path. It has done its work. It's complete. And when our focus here is complete, we simply take our attention off of it. The life force pops out, if you will. John does not disappear. Well, John stays eternal. The body is released. He disappears from the world of form, but remains so alive in the world of spirit, because he is the eternal life of God. And he is now here. Nowhere, now here, everywhere. So John, our beloved brother, blessings on a sacred journey, knowing that your beautiful wife and your family are surrounded in love and grace. And thank you for being with us in your magnificent spirit. Stick around for the service. Love you so much. Love you so much. Okay, we are moving into a new series that I'm really passionate about. I have been wanting to do this kind of a thing for a number of years, and I felt, this is the time. We're going to be studying from now until the end of the year a book called The Way of Mastery. So I invite you to get that book, to jump onto Amazon. We'll make sure you have links on our website and Facebook to know where to grab that book. But would love for you to walk through this book with us through the year. The Way of Mastery is actually 3 books that come together, and they're lessons. They're lessons that help us awaken spiritually. The first book is The Way of the Heart, and that's what we're going to be diving into today. But the whole book begins with something so magnificent I've read it many times. By the way, it is said that this book is channeled from Jeshua, which is Jesus, just like A Course in Miracles. This one is simpler to digest. So those who are like, oh, I cannot do A Course in Miracles, don't worry. You don't have to. This one has the exact same principles in a very, very friendly way. And because they are the exact same principles, the principles of awakening, they're going to cause us to show up. We're going to face some stuff. We're going to move through shadows, all in service to remembering our oneness. That's what is at hand. We don't come to church any longer to just dial it in, check the box, and go back to our ego-driven life. That's the household I was raised in. That was the culture of church when I was a child. It served its purpose. It no longer does. Now we are here for awakening, nothing less, because nothing less will do. So this book begins with a promise from Jesus. And so I want to read this to you. Thank you for having the slides for this, Patrick. It says, there we go. I promise you this. If you become wholly committed to awakening from the dream you have dreamt since the stars first began to appear in the heavens, and if your one desire is to be only what God created, then lay at the altar of your heart with every breath, everything you think you know, everything you think you need, and look lovingly upon every place that fear has made a home in your mind, and allow correction to come. It will come. Regardless of how you experience it, it will come. And the day and the moment will arise, and all of your pain and fear and suffering will have vanished like a wind that pushes the foam of the wave away, revealing the clarity of the ocean beneath you. You will literally feel throughout your being that there never was a dream. Some memories might remain with you, and you will know that somewhere you must have dreamt a dream or had a thought of wondering what it would be like to be other than the way God created you. But it will be such a faint echo that it will leave no trace upon you. In your heart, you will smile gently, regardless of the circumstances in which you find yourself. Isn't that amazing? There will be peace from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. And that peace will walk before you wherever you go. It will enter a room before you enter it with a body. And those who are becoming sensitive will wonder who has come into their place. And some will even say, behold, I believe Christ has come for dinner. And you will be the one, for that is who you are, Christ eternal. I love that. I love that. We'll be opening every service with that reading because it will go deeper and deeper. So if that's your first pass in hearing it, trust me, this is a promise of freedom from all suffering, all struggle. You will move through the world come what may. You will welcome whatever is here. You will disidentify with any suffering, any pleasure, and you will remain identified with the Christ light that you are. This is what we're here to do. And so in this first talk, the first point that is made in the book, in the first teaching of the Way of the Heart, is that the first step in awakening is to allow into the mind the thought that nothing you are experiencing is caused by anything outside of you. Nothing you are experiencing is caused by anything outside of you. Listen, this is radical. This is so radical that the best of spiritual teachers cannot embrace this idea. Nothing you are experiencing is caused by anything outside of you. The world is built on victim, victimizer, hero. It is called the drama triangle. And that is what is happening in the world. That is what's happening today. There are, how do I say this well? There are spiritual organizations that are on the triangle. There are victims. There are victimizers. And so they hero themselves by making a statement in the world of their stance of excommunicating. Specifically, what I'm speaking of is Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra was found to be listed on the Epstein files. I don't know much about that. I haven't studied it. I don't say that's not true. But what I do say, take a breath. Our job is not to judge, not to persecute, and not to shout, crucify him. Crucify him. Now, religious, good, I'll say white people, they crucify very gently. They crucify by being discerning. They crucify by being intelligent about it and protecting the downtrodden and the victims. It's all a smokescreen for the exact same lie. And this is important. There's something out there happening. There are victims out there. There are victimizers out there, and we must hero. We must take a stand. Y'all, that is not getting off the suffering wheel. That is participating in even the most heroic when they come from the belief that there's something bad happening out there. You see, the spiritual path of awakening is to withdraw from the world of duality, from the world of suffering, to step off the victim triangle, victimizer, victim, hero, to step off of that, to breathe into the Christ light and say, that is all that is real. For me, Deepak Chopra is my brother. He is my reflection. I pray for him. I lift him. I call forth forgiveness, beginning, middle, and end. That's my only job. The Bible says, judge not. And people are now going, oh, judge not, but let us discern. Judge not, but let us do this. No, you don't get a both and. You don't get a both and. Because what is being battled with is something that isn't even here in this particular case. It's the past. It's the past coming into the present moment, which is not alive here, except by those who are making it alive and then reacting to it and taking a stand to a monster that doesn't even exist. It's not here right now. What is here right now is the opportunity to say, this is all in my mind. I am the creator and the imaginer of a suffering world. The only way it will be saved is through my acceptance of this truth and my willingness to have my mind healed. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. And that's what I have to do for everyone I just mentioned. All that is happening. What is my part? This is in me. This is mine to forgive. So I can't watch someone persecute and attack someone and I find myself, oh, I'm persecuting and attacking them. It works in me that way too. But we catch it. We catch it. The world of suffering needs victims and victimizers and heroes. God does not. God does not. God does not judge. God does not persecute, because it is an illusion of fear that is running our minds. And when your mind is healed, when you take full responsibility, radical responsibility for the experience that you are seeing outside of you that is not caused outside of you. This is my world. These are my thoughts. This is mine. This is mine. Let it be forgiven. Let love have its way here. This is how it works. The reality is all events in the world are neutral. They're absolutely neutral. Birth, death, success, failure, rejection, hang them on the cross, save this person, kill that person. Everything that is happening is a neutral dream experience. You project your story of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is horrible. That's you. That's in your mind. And there is another choice, but that this is horrible, we must make a stand, is so loud and so pervasive that boop, pops it out there. And the moment you project it out, you are trapped. And you can do anything and everything you want to do to change what's happening out there. You can write letters, you can take stands, you can burn books, you can try to eliminate the past. And it will never, ever, ever work, because that's what's been being done for millennia. Burn the books, eliminate the person, excommunicate them. They are now the bad guy. Excommunicate them. That is division. That is separation. Even the slightest. You see, we aren't called to do that. We are called to love, forgive, lift up, transform. What becomes possible from that? The prisons would be empty. We would have no criminals if we loved them back home to ourselves. But we need criminals. We need victimizers so that we can keep the suffering dance going out there. It's a big, deep dive right out the gate here, but it's super, super, super important. We can't walk this path if we don't take this stand first. There is nothing out there happening. It is all in my mind. I am the creator of the suffering world. I am the one that can redeem and lift up the suffering world. Your peace depends upon this foundational truth. The first doorway of the way of the heart is radical responsibility. I am responsible 100% for the world I see, for its suffering, for its hatred, for its attack. And my only call is to ask that it be forgiven, to let my mind, the mind that is making the dream and the suffering continue, be completely healed. God and only God. Love and only love, period. You put your period there. You don't go love and only love. Oh, yeah, but, and, oh, I got to do this now. Love and only love. Yeah, but I got to protect this. No, sorry. You missed it. Missed it again. It's a patient universe. It will wait eternally for you. But we don't need to wait. Love and only love, period. Forgiveness of every brother and sister, period. That's the spiritual path. There are judges, there are laws, there are things out there in the world that people are doing that, and go do that if that is what your calling is. Our calling is to awaken spiritually. Our calling is to step out of the suffering world and remember God and only God. So when the suffering world screams, God and only God, I'm responsible for this. This is the world I see. Breathe this in. Over and over and over. The world I see is the world in me. That's it. Breathe that in. The world I see is the world in me. Let it be forgiven. Let it be healed. When my mind and heart are aligned in love and the suffering and the fear is dissolved by this love, trust me, God's world will be revealed and there will be nothing to fight, nothing to prove. You will be it. You will bring it. It will appear in you, through you. Oh, that's how it works. So that's the first premise. Look at 3 premises today to kick off our launch in this book. The second one is that the way of the heart is not the way of the intellect. And this too is important because we are a culture, a people of intellect. I need to understand. I need the facts. Oh God, that's a tough word right now, isn't it? Because what is fact, right? I need to know. When I know, then I can design my game plan. Again, completely flipped over, completely wrong. The intellect only uses perception of the past. The intellect can only choose from pieces of its own knowledge, and it will stand strong in what the belief system is anchored in. The way of the heart is the one that seeks no achievement. The way of the heart is the one that doesn't need to be right. The way of the heart, not the mind, not the intellect. The way of the heart can expand and include and embrace and heal. The way of the heart is where you live in this present moment. The heart has an intelligence. It's called heart math. There are people that have studied it. There are people teaching it today. I'm not a teacher of this idea, but I love the idea and I resonate with the idea that there is an intelligent mind within the heart that only moves and leads from love. I had a very profound experience in meditation, a breathwork session that I probably have told before, but I want to make mention of again here. I was doing this breathwork facilitated by a friend of mine, Marianne Jaime. She was facilitating breathwork session, stunning. And during the breathwork session, I often go off on these phenomenal journeys. That's what breathwork can cause. And in me, it's very, very easy. And this particular one that I had was on this journey, I met Jesus. And Jesus was standing in this very shallow stream in this beautiful nature. And I was invited to join him in the stream. And I did, and I was standing across from him and feeling all the love from my brother Jesus, looking into the eyes and seeing just, timeless, unconditional love. And he said to me, he reached literally in the imagery, he reached into my chest and he kind of pulled out my human heart. And he said, this is not the heart that heals. This is not the heart that can forgive. This is what the world is trying to use. This is why there's so many heart attacks. This is why there's so much heart disease. This is why there's so much heart failure, because people are burdening their human heart misunderstanding. And he took this human heart in his hand and he reached down into the stream and he washed it off. Not kidding. This is what happened to me. Picked it back up, placed it in its place. And then he reached into his own chest and pulled out this big, like Valentine kind of heart. He said, this is the Christ heart. This is the one heart that we all share. This heart is turbocharged, magnificent, will heal and release from all suffering. And he reached back into my heart and kind of placed it against the back ribs. And it was like it was plugged in. It was activated. And I felt something literally like it turned on within me. And since that day, I have deeply understood, thank you, God, for the experience. Thank you, Brother Jesus, for the experience. I have deeply understood the difference between our human efforts, our carrying people's burdens, worrying, being concerned for people, playing the victor to the victims, playing the hero, all this human effort that appears to be loving, but is taxing and coming from a limited space. That doesn't work. In back of it, if you will, is the Christ heart. And that is what guides. That is what heals. That is what forgives in a way that you can't even conceive. You see, when I say I forgive my brother, Deepak Chopra, it's not my small human heart that's trying to figure out and make sense of the dream. That's stupid. It is activating the Christ heart that is one, that is the heart that we share, that will absolutely heal all lies of separation. It is the activation of the Christ heart that will lift him up, me up together, and all offenses will be dissolved in the name of God. And from the name of God, trust me, only good will flow. I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to figure that out. I don't need to put up boundaries and barriers and protect myself. Love does the work, but people don't trust it. People don't trust it because they're using their human effort and their human heart, and they don't even know it. I didn't know it until it was revealed in me. Now you know it, because it is being revealed for you. The way of the heart is awakening the Christ heart in you. It is awakening that which loves beyond space and time through space and time. It is that which holds no grievance, period. Holds no grievance, attacks no one, judges no one, pushes no one away, makes no decisions. It just brings home and heals. And from there, it unfolds. It's an easy path. And that's why people don't choose it. because they want to be active. They need to take a stand. They need to prove something. They need to protect. Oh, God, help us. God, help us all from that. Again, I do it too. I do it too. God, help us all. The invitation is to step out of the ego, step out of the intellect, step out of the human heart, step out of judging, trying to fix, manage, and control. And when you hear something in the world, go to the Christ heart. Quickly, and the only place you go, Christ heart in me. Let this be forgiven. Let love prevail here. And then that's as far as I go. Let love prevail here. Love will prevail on my mind. Love will recreate an image of the people, places, and things out there. Love will do the work for me and through me, for you and through you. The way of the heart is not the way of the ego figuring out intellect. It is the activation of the Christ heart. Join me in this moment. Let's do this now. Why bypass a moment? Closing your eyes. I invoke the presence of our brother, Jeshua, Jesus, the writer of this book, who is activated now by the power of my attention and by the power of this word for me and for you, for we are one in this life. Thank you for the assistance, our brother Jesus, in awakening within each one of us the Christ heart, the one heart that we share, the sacred heart, the heart that has infinite, unlimited supply of love, has the power to never carry a grievance and dissolve all grievances, has the power to dissolve all projections, all blame, all attack, even if it's the tiniest thing, even if it's in the name of protection. Thank you, brother, for helping us awaken to the sacred heart that only brings home, only heals through love, and everything else dissolves without our effort. Love does the work. Take a breath. Say this out loud. The Christ heart in me is activated. The Christ heart in me is alive and well. The Christ heart in me leads the way. Oh, it is the Christ heart in me that heals. It is the Christ heart in me that shows me who everyone is, the innocence, the truth. It is the Christ heart in me that walks me home to God, walks you home to God. Oh, that's exciting. There's so much freedom inside of this. You don't have to judge. You don't have to do anything except step into the heart and let it. Finally, the third lesson for today that we're going to look at is the idea that everything in your life is designed to awaken you. Everything in your life is on your path for a purpose and a reason. It is your, what has been called, I know it from A Course in Miracles, it's your classroom. It's your classroom. And whether you think about, I signed up for this, or I co-created this before I came here, however the mind wants to interpret it, I don't get stuck there. I just like to stand in the idea that everything is here for me. Everything is here to awaken me. Now, here's the challenge with this. The challenge with this is that we live in a culture that says only good is what the spiritual path is. I'm spiritual when the disease has dissolved. I'm spiritual when the relationship is happy and everything's working perfectly. I'm spiritual when my bank account is finally filled and I've mastered the law of financial freedom. Woo! External. If it's good, and it's confusing because God is only good. I get that. And I'm walking a journey of awakening. I'm walking through the shadow of the valley of death. And in that, there will be appearances of pain, of struggle, of strife. That's for me. It's for me to guide me home. Just like the body feels pain as a messenger. It says, oh, over here, pay attention. We can look at the world that exact same way. And, we got to kind of I don't know how to say this well. I've got to rise up into the willingness to let what is mine to do be here and know that in me there's a God that is greater, not a God that's going to have to force and make something happen, a God whose name is love. And the more we trust it, the more that which has come onto our path that appears to be less than fun, that can dissolve quickly and easily too. You see, the pain and the struggle comes from the fear of it. It comes from the ideas about it. I remember a story of someone who, I just adore so much. I speak about probably more than anybody, Byron Katie. And Byron Katie, because she's the real deal to me. She's like, I have prayed, God, give me a Byron Katie experience. I'm being honest. And I've always heard that's not you. So I always give my answer. But nonetheless, Byron Katie tells a story in the beginning of her awakening when she, boom, in an instant, when she was, I believe, 1985, pure God, only been that ever since. She wouldn't use those words, but those are my words. And suddenly everything was just a dream, and she tells a story of, it's an intense story, but there's a blender happening. Well, she doesn't recall what a blender is. Her mind's been wiped out. The programming has been completely washed out of her. She puts her hand inside of it and it cuts her hand. And she just sees red coming out, and it's all magnificent to her because she doesn't understand anything. She doesn't even feel pain. It's just what's happening. Everything in the world is completely neutral. Your reaction to it is what causes the pain. This is high truth. Your reaction to life is where the pain lives. It is said, and I believe this, that when Jesus was being nailed to the cross, he felt no pain. He felt no pain because he was and is the glory of God where there is no pain. So there's a paradox here. You can move through everything that comes to you on your path, and it can be pain-free, suffering-free. When you simply say, welcome home, I walk with God, I walk with God, I walk with God. Welcome this next thing. This is for me. Oh, okay, someone's leaving my world. This is for me. This is my call to expand. The body gets ill, I lose a leg, whatever it is. This is for me. This is for me. I make up the story that something bad is happening here, and if that's what I decide, that's what I get. I make up the story that this change is going to hurt. If that's what I decide, that's what I get. Either way, these things are coming onto my path, and I choose to believe that it is perfectly designed for me. The gift of that, no grappling with the world, no fighting. You don't need to fight with anything. Oh, it's here, it's mine. It's here, it's mine. It's here, it's mine. Welcome, move to your Christ heart. Let this be forgiven. Let yourself be guided. This is how it works. I'm not a victim. This is my path to awaken and remember that I am one with God and heaven is my identity. Everything else I'm just walking through to become free from. And it is perfectly designed. You are so magnificently, magnificently loved. You are so deeply loved. And in that love, the entire thing is designed for you. All right, take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Repeat silently or out loud. Nothing outside of me is causing my experience. Breathe that in. Nothing outside of me is causing my experience. Relax. Deep breath. Nothing outside of me is causing my experience. Let this be anchored. Remember this as truth. Don't make it true. It is true. I am willing to take responsibility for my world. Breathe that in. I am willing to take responsibility for the world I perceive. everything, the feelings, the reactions, the emotions, the attack thoughts, the appearances of out there. I am willing to take responsibility for that projection, those worlds, those lies, to breathe them home to my heart. Breathe in. In this moment, we surrender the attention on the intellect and we welcome the awakening of the Christ heart. I surrender reliance upon intellect. I allow the Christ heart in me to awaken and lead. Oh, that's so good. I surrender reliance on the intellect. I allow the Christ heart in me to awaken and lead. Breathe in. Such an important one. Thank you, Christ heart. Thank you, Christ heart. We give you the steering wheel. And finally, the way of the heart is my way home. I say yes to it now. The way of the heart is my way home. I say yes to this way now. Breathe in. I take a moment to give thanks, recognizing God as our eternal life, recognizing that we are here for a divine appointment, that even though you did not realize that this is what you were showing up for today, there's a part of you that knew. A part of you knew it is time. It is time to awaken, to become a master of the mind, the way of mastery, master of the illusion, master of the mind, master to have the ability to choose love over fear every time, come what may. This is our path. This is what we have said yes to. We are guided. It is good. So, so, so good. And so it is. Amen. All right. Thank you, everybody, for kicking this off with me. I will encourage you to get the book. I will encourage you to commit to walk with me and with Unity Spiritual Community on the Lakeshore. Walk with us this year, because we're going to dive deep into these lessons and you're going to love it. All right. Now is our time to accept your offering, the gifts that you give to us. We appreciate your gifts. We appreciate your gifts. This is our time to exchange. So we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am thankful. This is our affirmation of truth. This is how it works, and this is from which we give. We invite you to jump onto Venmo. Great way to give. Most everyone has that. Go to @Unity-Lakeshore. That is our profile. I don't even know how to say it. That's our address in Venmo. Or just simply, you know how it works. Put your phone up against this QR code. It will take you directly there. Thank you for your contribution. Venmo's an easy way to give, and we appreciate your gifts here. If you don't have Venmo, you also have other ways you can give. You can give through text. All you need to do is enter into your text 616-236-5205. 616-236-5205. Put that in and then in the to field, type the word give, hit send, and then you will receive a text back with a few steps to follow through. If you give this way, it's set up in your phone one time, and the contribution goes directly to Unity. So that's another way to give. And finally, you can always give through our website, unityontheLakeshore.org. Please go there. There's a donate button. Thank you for your contributions. I don't like going through all those details every single time, but we need to do that to help you, to help us. So thank you so much for your contributions. You can also mail. Thank you. You can mail. I'm not following the script anymore. You can mail P.O. Box 848, Douglas, Michigan, 49406 for your snail mail meditation. All right. I think that's good for us. We're going to be gathering in the Zoom room at top of the hour. That will be 11 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock Central Time, or wherever you are. A few more things. If you do need support, there are a few ways to receive that. First, email us, unitylakeshore@gmail.com. Or, and this is the best way to go, honestly, call Unity Silent Prayer Line. Call this number, write this number down, 816-969-2000. They are there, they are live, they will pray for you. It's amazing. If you haven't liked us on Facebook yet, please do so, facebook.com, Unity Lakeshore. All right, that's it for us today. I cannot wait to see you at the top of the hour because we dove into a lot of information today. We really are launching this path in a deep and intentional way. I would love to go deeper with you in about 10 minutes, but let's end together with our closing song, Bringing Brian Back.
Please sing along our closing song, Let There Be Peace. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And we end by saying this together: the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that includes you, our beloved brother John. Mwah! Peace and love. See you all at 11 o'clock. Grab that Zoom link. Join me.